let's welcome Adell Harris.
Good morning. I know that I have the ability to achieve my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent and continuous action towards its attainment. And I here and now promise to render such action. I fully realize that no wealth or position will long endure unless it is built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all to whom it affects. I'm succeeding by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use in the cooperation of other people. I induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I eliminate hatred, jealousy, selfishness, cynicism, anger, and fear by developing a true love for all of humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others will never bring me success. I cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and believe in myself. You see, this is my creed. This is my quest, to never stop striving for the top, to always keep moving forward, to always be the very best I can be, because I am the power, I am the magic, I cannot be stopped, I am a winner. I promise to always be true to myself because I'm the master and creator of my universe, and I'm responsible for making a positive difference in the world and to the quality of life in it. I live in constant and never-ending improvement. That's a passage from a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I read that book 15 years ago, and those words just jumped off the page and into my heart. And I read it, and I read it, and I read it, and I decided, you know what, that's what I want to be. I want to always go into the world and know who I am and what I'm about. I always want to make sure I remind myself when things get really, really rocky and tough that I am the power and I am the magic, and no matter what, I cannot be stopped. I have to continuously remind myself. So I tell myself that 10 times a day. It takes 90 seconds to just continue to impose on myself, in my will, in my heart, in my spirit, who I am in this world. I'm so grateful to be here. I appreciate the administration for inviting me. Coach Anderson is a good friend of mine. He invited me. Let me tell you one thing. When I was pulling up, I saw a bunch of seniors dashing out of the parking lot. I knew I was talking to the freshmen. And I said, man, those guys are really missing out. See, I don't know why you and I happen to be in this moment right now together. I promise you, I'm here on assignment. I'm here on assignment. My mission is twofold. I own a company called Refuse to Lose, where I go around the country inspiring people to do two things. Make adversity your advantage. And the second thing is to challenge people to enlarge their vision of what is possible. And so my mission today is no different. And so the fact that you happen to be here with me in this moment, I don't know why. You could have been anywhere, I could have been anywhere. This could have been for the girls' basketball team because I coach basketball. This could have been for a sports team. This could have been for just the juniors. This could have been just for the seniors. I could be over at Wake Forest University talking to their women's basketball team right now, but I'm here with you for a reason. And so the best thing you can do is to have your heart open to learn and feel something that you can take with you when our journeys are no longer at this point. That's the goal. For you to take something away from this moment we have together. Because I promise you I'm going to take something away. I promise you I'm going to be better when I leave here. Because I'm standing in the midst of dreams fulfilled. I want to share an idea with you guys. Actually challenge you. I don't want to talk at you. I know at some point, 5 5% of the people in this room are not going to hear anything I say, don't care what I say, and going to go home and be the same person. There's a top 5% of you that are really locked in right now. 5% of the people in this room are really like, oh, she knows something. She might be able to help me. And you're locked in, and you're going to get something that makes you better. And then there's those people in the middle who may be swayed by the low 5% and may be swayed by the high 5%. That's on you. I personally don't care if you get it or not. My job is to deliver it. Your job is to receive it. So my challenge to you is to be open with your heart. With your heart to receive something different. I was thinking about what I would have wanted to know when I was your age. I think this is the most important group of people at this school. I think the people in this room are the most important at this school. Why? Because you got the most time to get it right. The seniors, they're stuck with their bad grades, their bad attitudes. They didn't apply to college on time. They never tried out for that team. They were too scared to go be in the band or whatever else they wanted to do. And time is running out. Because we do all agree that this will run out. You will not be able to come back here in 52 months. For most of you, in 48 months, this will be over. This journey will be over. So I'm not going to talk to you like you're 7. I'm going to talk to you like you're 20. Raise your hand if you're 14 years old in here. Is that 100% of the people in here 14 years old? No, we got some babies, not even teenagers. 12 years old? 15 years old? Right. So here's what my challenge to you as you 14 and 15-year-olds is to know that you're closer to being 20 than you are to being 7. You're closer to being 20 than you are to being 7. And so what I'm going to tell you today is going to help you when you're 20. I'm not concerned about the baby you. I'm concerned about the grown person you that has dreams, that has goals, that wants to be the champion, the magic, the power. You can't be stopped. I'm talking to that version of you. I want to share 5 principles with you from an acronym that I created for the word DO.E.R.S. D-O.E.R.S. DO.E.R.S. DO.E.R.S means, the dictionary, definition of DO.E.R.S, someone who doesn't merely talk about things, they actually put things into action, which ultimately means they're going to get results. And again, I've already told you that some of you aren't doers at all. That's on you. Some of you are doers. And so you're going to gain the most from this opportunity right now. I took those 5 letters in DO.E.R.S, broke it down into a nice acronym that I probably would have wanted to know when I was your age. It would have been very helpful for me. And see, I was probably the one that was real cool. I was a class clown, talkative, never took school very, very seriously. It was sociality, right? I was more concerned about other stuff. I'm not sitting up here talking to you like some perfect person. I'm not going to act perfect, right? The goal isn't to be perfect, though. The goal is to try to be great at something, your thing. And so I'm going to take that D in the word DO.E.R.S. And that D is going to stand for dream big. Dream big. The dream is going to give you a destination. The first thing I told you when I walked up here for 90 seconds was what destination, what mission I was on. You should know what mission you're on. Could be something small, could be something really big. Maybe you don't know yourself well enough to know right now, what is it that I want to do? Start small. I'm never going to disappoint my mother and father. Start small. I'm always going to be a great example for my little brothers and sisters. Start small. I'm not going to be the person in class that's always disruptive. I'm not going to be a D&F student anymore. I'm better than that. I'm never getting another C as long as I go to school at Southwest. Southwest Guilford. Set a standard for yourself, independent of parents, teachers, or anybody else. Because when I realized the magic in owning my dreams, I worked a lot harder for them. I worked a lot harder. It mattered more because it was mine. I wanted to be an A student. I wanted to be a B student. It was mine. I'm challenging you right now to get on assignment. Get a mission. What are you here to do? Because this is going to end in a little while. Understand that this will end. All this will be over. You'll be replaced. Another freshman class, another sophomore class, another junior class. I was a freshman at High Point Andrews with 400 students in it. Probably about, how many students in here you guys think? How many students in here?
363.
Somebody with the accurate information, give me the numbers.
363. 363.
No. 200? 400 in the freshman class at Southwest Guilford this year. Listen, 400 in the freshman class. When I was a freshman at High Point Andrews back in 1995, 94, ancient, I know. We don't talk about that. There were 400 people in that class. You know how many graduated with me my senior year? 200. Where did the other 50% go? They weren't on assignment. They were not on assignment. They didn't make a decision where they were going. Right now, if I wanted to drive to California, I need to put it in my GPS or I could end up in Texas. Get on assignment. Decide where you want to go. I don't care what it is. ROTC, military. You want to be the best singer. You want to cook for people and sell it. You want to cut grass and sell t-shirts and be an entrepreneur. You want to be a doctor, lawyer. I don't care. Find out what it is you want to do. And maybe it's as simple as I will never disappoint my mother. She sacrificed, she worked too hard. That ain't gonna be me. When you have your vision of what you want for yourself, write it down. There's a verse in the best book ever written. You know the best book ever written? Yeah. Say it loud. Amen and amen. The Bible. The best book ever written. Listen, in that book it says, write the vision down and make it plain. Write your vision down. I am an AB student. I am a full scholarship athlete at whatever the school is. Because you have time. That's why you are significant right now. You have time. A senior right now in November who wants to write down a dream of being a full scholarship athlete at a dream school and they haven't worked on that destination, it ain't gonna happen. You have time to work towards it. To cut out the behaviors that are going to be a distraction. There's an advantage to being you. You're the most important group in the school. Because it doesn't matter what you did yesterday, you can start today and say, no more C's, D's, and F's for me. I'm done with that. No more being half on my team and not working hard at my talents and gifts. No more not studying and talking back to my mom and all that. No more, today is new. See, you can do that, you got time. And you can get the rewards from that. Write the vision down, make it plain. I'm 38 years old. I started writing my vision down when I was out of college. I carry on a little index card with me all the time. What am I about? What am I doing? I'm on assignment. I'm on assignment. I just remind myself, it's always plugged into my GPS. I'm not living just to live. I'm living to change the world, make an impact, make my grandmother proud, do something significant, make the people of High Point proud, do something significant, write it down. Can we do that? The O in the word doers is one of one. I want you to know this. There was no one on this earth before you, like you. There will be no one after you. You are one of one, uniquely made, special gifts, special talents that are all your own. If the person beside you right now, if you thought, because only a few of you probably thought about, what is my dream? What do I want to do? What could I do to change my whole family's life? What do I want to create for the 20-year-old me? Some of you actually thought about that. And when you thought about it, I guarantee you it wasn't like the person to your left or right. Because what's been given to you is yours. And it's not like someone else's for a reason. For a reason. Understand that. And embrace your unique oneness. Don't worry about trying to be like somebody else. I wasn't worried about trying to be really good at math. There's good luck with that. They can have that. I'm going to be really good at this basketball thing. And this basketball thing is going to change my life. Honor your unique oneness. Go all the way in on it and trust it, embrace it. The E in the word doers. Expect great things to happen. That feeling you get the day before Christmas, that feeling you get the day before your birthday, you ask for some things, you kind of already know you got it, you're excited, can't wait, you walk with a different energy, you're excited, you're happy, smiling for no reason. Do that every single day because you're driving and getting closer to your destination. See, this is the power of having a dream. When I was your age, I had one little dream. Like, I'm going to Andrews and we winning 4 state championships. And I was excited every day, positive energy, because we're going to get that thing done first time in school history. It's going to be me, my team. I was on assignment. A dream will give you a mission. A mission will keep you focused. And particularly if you have a burning desire to manifest it. I really want to make something of my life. I really want to make my parents proud. Then you walk around and expecting great things to happen. But there's some people, and you know them, they'll always be in your life at some point. I hope it's never you. That there's always something wrong. Man, I don't like this. Man, my head hurt. Man, I'm tired. Man, I can't have it. Man, that teacher's picking on me. Man, my mama did it. It's always something. It's always negative. It's always something bad. Everybody picking on you. Let me tell you what happens to those people. They don't walk across the stage in 4 years with you. They cancel themselves out. Negative people don't produce positive results. Negative people, negative energy, it's always something wrong. That's not going to produce the destination. You actually just created roadblocks in your path that you could actually remove with just your energy and your attitude. Like every day, I'm getting closer to Christmas. I'm getting closer to Christmas. I'm getting closer to Christmas. Tomorrow's my birthday. I can't wait. You know how many people want to be drawn to you? They want to help you. Like, God, where's he going? He's on a mission. Let me help him or her get there. Expect great things to happen. The R in the word doers. Respect your process. Respect your journey, your process. It's not going to be easy. You're not always going to get your way. Things are going to happen. Your best friend's going to say something about you that she said and he said, and then it's going to be a big deal. You're going to get your heart broken. Little boy, little girl going to break your heart. You might get cut from the team. You might fail a test. You might get in some trouble that you did. You made a poor decision and there's some consequences. Respect all of that. Let me tell you a little bit about my process. I was born in Jacksonville, North Carolina, about 3.5 hours from here. And at birth, I was put up for adoption. Lived the first 3 months of my life in an orphanage. Birth parents didn't want me. How about that? And live on. Chew on that for a second. Your birth parents rejected you right from the beginning. I know no biological relatives, nobody who shares my same DNA, no blood relatives, none of that. At 3 months old, I was adopted by a couple from High Point, North Carolina, who were the only mother and father I know. My father and my mother divorced before I could ever remember them being together. 3 years old, they were divorced. My father opted out of being a parent. He said, you know what, all that being a father stuff, you can have that. I played a lot of basketball growing up. I coached a lot of basketball as an adult. Played in a lot of games. My dad's been to 0. 0. I'm the best player in High Point. I then became the best player in the area, then the best player in the state, then one of the best players in the region. And you know who didn't care? My mother, who couldn't have kids of her own. She had cervical cancer and couldn't have kids of her own, but she envisioned having a house full of kids. Adopted me and my brother, but went on to get married 4 more times and had over 50 foster kids living in and out of my home from the time I was in the 4th grade to the time I graduated from Andrews. My mom's second husband sexually abused me at the age of 8. Respect your process. When I was a senior in high school, I stood 25 yards from a stray bullet that took the life of one of my friends. Over at 5 Points. Friday night, after we beat Southwest back here on that field. The end of my senior year, one of my best friends committed suicide. April 2nd, 1998. And that's just high school. My point to you is respect your process. I could be mad my dad's not there. I could be mad my mom had all these foster kids living in and out of my home. So many different personalities, so much dysfunction, so many men. Who's there to protect me in my home? I could be so mad. I could have a great excuse right now why I never graduated high school. Well, I wasn't one of those people who walked across the stage and got a college degree. And I really had a really good excuse, guys. I did. I witnessed a murder. I could have really been, that's a good excuse. Not to dream, that's a good excuse. My best friend kills himself. We're seniors, we're both going off to college. He's an athlete, he's good. Like, why? I had so many good excuses to quit. But because I made an early decision that I was on assignment, and I had a mission, that mission didn't go anywhere. I was on assignment, I was going to win 4 high school state championships. Guess how many I won? 0. Respect your process. None. So when I was a senior, I felt really bad. I lost in the semifinals to get to the state championship game. My best friend committed suicide 6 days before I signed my national letter of intent to Wake Forest. I witnessed the murder of one of our classmates. I got all this crazy stuff going on in my home where, you can't say nothing about what's going on at home. God forbid you tell anybody what's going on in our home. So that's a secret. And all I had was my little dream to be one of the best players this city has ever known, the state has ever known, the region has ever known. That's all I wanted. That's all I had, that one little dream. That's the power of being on assignment. Because stuff will distract you. The divorce that your parents get will distract you. Grandma's sick will distract you. Boyfriend dumped you will distract you. Rejection will distract you. Understand that. Unless you stay on assignment, know what you're here to do. And when those things happen in your life, understand that you are the magic and you are the power and you cannot be stopped unless you get in your own way. That S endures. doers. That S in the word doers is once you get to the point where you're so proud of yourself for achieving that dream. Because you'll get there. At some point you'll be like, man, I'm so proud of myself. Look at my mom and dad, they're so proud. Look at my grandparents, they're so proud of me. I did it. I did something. This will be like your first big win in life. It's going to be your first big win. And people are going to be patting you on the back and high-five you if you're going to feel really good. And it's going to be time to dream again. But when you get there, I want you to do something for me. That S in the word doers, I want you to share what you've learned about your journey, how you got there with other people who don't know how to do it yet. I want you to come back and I want you to help your little brothers and sisters. I want you to help your community. I want you to go back when you're a senior and you got it all figured out. I want you to look at a freshman and say, you good? Don't worry about that, you got it. No, I wasn't that. No, come on, you're all right. You can make mistakes, it's good. We can still get it done. I want you to be that person, right, once you get there. Because it's not fair to have information, know how you did it, and then keep it to yourself. You got to pay it forward. Because have people not stepped into my life? Have people who decided, you know what, we're not going to help her? How am I going to get here? Let me tell you what, I was, at the age of 31, one of the youngest Division I head women's basketball coaches in the country. I was the head coach of USC Wilmington. I don't know what you know about money, finances, economics, but my mother worked 3 jobs. My mother never made more than $35,000 a year. At the age of 31, I was making $135,000 a year. Over a 14-year coaching career, I made over $1 million. Because I had one dream. Because it started as a freshman just saying, I want to be the best so we can win a state championship. And then that turned into this, and that turned into this, and that turned into this. Because one success will give you permission to have another one, and have another one. It changes the whole view of what you even think is possible. So one day, when you have to share it with someone else, you've got something to give back. So 3 years ago, when my mother's on her deathbed, because I didn't tell you about that part of my process either. They don't ever get easy. And I had to bury my mother. I was able to say, you know what? I'll make sure she has a proper burial. I'll pay for it. Because of one dream. Because I was just on one mission that turned into something else. I'll take care of my mom. I'll pay her mortgage because she can. I'll pay for the cemetery plot. I'll pay for everything. Are you going to be the person that's able to share something? Are you going to be able to make your parents proud? Because it starts now. You're the most important people in the school because yesterday doesn't matter. You can start today. And it ain't too late. It's actually good timing. Your seniors don't have that. Some of your juniors have messed up so bad they don't have that. Trust me. Grab a hold to a vision. Grab a hold to an idea of yourself that's going to make you happy and proud, and chase it with everything you got. And all things that don't fit, get rid of them. Because that one thing, I promise you, that one thing will transform your life in a way, and then it will keep transforming your life, and keep transforming your life, and gives you permission to do more. You're the perfect group. The perfect group that I want to be sharing time with. I'm going to go and speak to a group of 40, 50-year-old employees later today. And I'll be trying to convince them that it's not too late to dream. And I'll be convincing them that, you know what? If you've given up on your dreams, how about those kids you got? How about those kids you got that need to see you dreaming? See, I'm convincing. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm challenging you to step up. To step up and be better. Dream big. Own your unique talents and gifts. There's something you do that don't nobody do it like you. Nobody. I don't know what it is. Your job is to find it. Expect great things to happen. Walk around this school, walk in your community, at home, like tomorrow is my birthday. I'm on assignment. It's coming tomorrow.